Welcome to Perth's #1 podcast. You're listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show.
Yeah, we're on the way to Dunsborough, little mad trip with the boys. We're celebrating.
G'day guys and welcome back to the Jamo and Dylan Show. Today is episode 95 and we have a very special guest on, Luke Kidgell. Welcome to the show, mate.
Mate, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming all the way out
here. It's great to be
here.
on Perth's #1 podcast.
That's it.
There you go.
I said that. I'm like, I'm going to Perth and I'm only going to do one podcast, and goddamn,
Oh,
it's
what
going to
an
be the
honour.
#1.
Were there any other contenders? I hope not.
I actually did get... Oh, that's rude. I think I forgot to do that this morning. I was thinking I was supposed to do like a regional radio station in Bunbury.
Okay, fuck them. Yes, we're better than Bunbury, you know. How good's that? We should take over their show.
But it's a big call, like 7:30 a.m. I think I will do it. I did want to do it. I like the guys on there.
Is this tomorrow morning?
I don't know, man. I say yes to a lot of things. And do you do that where you overextend yourself?
Yeah.
You're like, I could
You
all
forget?
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a place for like 3 days and I commit to like 50 people.
Yeah.
But,
We think we're superheroes.
What an honour, though. I'm happy. You
Chuffed.
chose us, yeah.
Oh, yeah, as if I would say I'm going to show up to your house and then not. That would be rude.
Wait, didn't
It's
we?
happened
Have we
before.
had that? Who did that?
We had a few deals.
Oh, do you know there's actually a comedian who
Spill the
did do
beans.
that?
Go on.
I reckon you would know him.
Spilled the tea.
Rory Lowe?
Oh, classic Rory.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, he was
he's
like,
a good buddy of mine.
yeah. and
But
he
I'm
was-
not
Wasn't he
sure.
on your show recently?
Yeah.
yeah, we got stood up. We were just like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it felt
Now-
like you're 15-year-old, you're on like your first
We said,
date.
yeah, it felt like you're on a date and the girl doesn't show up. And
Yeah.
you're just like, wow, I'm a loser. Like,
Yeah,
So-
I mean, Rory, you're a dickhead. I don't know. You're what an asshole move. I love Rory, right? One of my good buddies, but don't
yeah,
do
we
that
would
to
know, you know.
Perth's Also, he's from Perth. He should be
That's
stoked
what I
to be
mean.
invited on Perth's #1 podcast.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Oh,
it's a
bringing up
shame.
old wounds now.
Yeah, I know.
He's
big
moved to
scars.
Sydney.
Oh,
Has he?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
He's a very funny boy, by the way.
I guess
Oh,
we
we're
wouldn't
friends,
know.
by the way. I don't want anyone to think that. You know, people people do that. Like they hear comedians shit on each other on podcasts.
I
and
think
like,
as the enemy
Yeah.
show.
Luke hates Rory,
but
dude.
it's banter, you know.
And like they'll send it to Rory,
Yeah.
be like, "Look what he said."
I was like waiting for a response as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, you won't get one. That's the thing. Even if they do send it to him, he's not going to remember to reply to me anyways.
This
well.
morning you sent us a DM and you said, boys, I need a breakfast spot. And Dylan actually replied to that because I actually know a couple of breakfast places around here.
I don't know any around here.
Did you get stitched up?
I haven't had breakfast. No.
What are the breakfast places?
There's a couple in like Kelmscott, like 10 minutes away.
Ah,
There's
okay.
one called Hidden, nice little cafe. Shout out to Hidden.
Dude, he goes, there's probably going to be a Macca's, but I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of breakfast. And I was like, well, no wonder you're not a big fan of breakfast.
No, there's also, I said breakfast burrito if you're into that, you know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's 15 minutes away though.
No, but he probably would have passed Carousel on
True.
the way here.
Can I make a big call?
Yeah.
I hate breakfast.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I
was just
have,
hungry.
I have up and
Yeah.
goes, you know, that's all I do.
No, here's
yeah.
up
Or a
and goes and
chocolate.
chocolate bar.
Yeah, I do love a
Yeah,
chocolate.
that's not a breakfast. It's a breakfast like a 4-year-old. you dunk it in your Cocoa Pops, do you, mate?
Oh, I'm similar though. Like sometimes it'll be like a month period where I'm invested in breakfast and I'll have a big crack at it.
Oh, I'm never there.
And then the next month I just skip. You know,
It's one of the lies about the world, I reckon, breakfast.
the
Like,
lies of the world.
Yeah, because you always see on TV like mum's up, there's bacon and eggs and toast, and they're all sitting at the table with juice in a big jug, and I'm just like,
We
that
don't-
just doesn't happen.
we know one family, the Cussworth family, very
Yeah.
close to us. Their mum every Sunday. There's three brothers, three.
Oh, 3?
Josh, Mitch, Tyler.
Yeah.
Anyway, this mum will make them bacon and eggs, hash browns, everything on a Sunday morning, every Sunday.
Cure the
And
hangover.
I just think,
for
I
'em.
wish I had that mum.
Yeah.
She's like the leader of a tribe.
She
you know?
is. They are a tribal
She's providing. for
Yeah,
her
she has to.
family.
There's 3 sons. Like
Mm.
they're all crazy.
Hooligans,
you know?
aren't they?
It is. It's said to be the most important meal of the day.
Everyone says that.
But I mean, I've skipped it a bunch of times.
Surely
and
lunch is more important.
I would say dinner is more important.
Dinner,
Like if I don't
yeah.
have dinner, it throws out my whole night.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
hungry
that's
and I
true.
can't sleep.
As long as you've got dinner, you're sorted.
Yeah, at what time of the
Yeah.
day do you think you're most hungry?
Well, I don't know. If it gets to like 2 or 3 and you haven't had lunch yet, you start to you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
The
because then
stomach
it's
does
late,
some-
and then you
yeah.
got to make that decision. Like, do I have a big lunch because dinner's soon? Like it's 3 o'clock, and I don't know. It's
Always
it's
just
not
go
good.
for the big lunch and
Yeah.
regret it later.
Yeah, that's true.
for
Go
sure.
for the big Nando's.
What would you say your go-to lunch spot is?
I
We
don't
know
know.
Dylan's is Nando's.
I love Nando's.
Yeah.
That's. Can I make another big call?
Yeah?
And I'm sorry to just come on dropping all these bombs
I know
today.
what this is too.
People can be like, is this a podcast or a war zone? Because Luke has just come on here and dropped fat bombs. Yeah, Nando's is overrated.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's out of the premium. Like, he's obviously that's the standard. I'm assuming you've talked about this already.
Oh yeah, we love
Yeah.
Nando's.
But there's the standard fast food restaurants. You got the big four.
Yeah, like KFC,
KFC,
Hungry
Macca's,
Jack.
Hungry Jacks. Actually, I would say Red Rooster lucky to still be.
Oh, they're like a
Yeah.
backstreet like.
I actually had it last night at work.
They're like a
so-
chicken treat Red Rooster. Like they're
I
lower. I reckon.
actually had it for the first time in a few years last week. They have not improved.
Yeah,
Okay.
I reckon they're like their chicken's mostly shit.
It's at the bottom for a reason.
Like they're quarter chicken and chips, and they're like it's just terrible.
yeah,
usually.
KFC is just like way better.
Mm.
Yeah,
But anyway, those are like your main. But then you got like your premium ones, like
Yeah.
your grilled, a Porto,
Yeah.
Nando's. I would say Nando's, and I know a lot of people probably disagree, is at the bottom for me. I'm a
Really?
grilled man or schnitz any day.
Okay.
See, I've only had schnitz once over here.
Yeah.
Do you
we
guys
have
have it?
we have one.
We
in
have
Vic
one
Park,
in and one in
20 minutes
Belmont.
away.
Yeah, I never know like what my references are going to be
And
like.
then, well, see, I reckon Nando's way better than a Porto.
I agree, but that's
A Porto's not
purely-
really a thing. Like, there's like I know of like one a Porto
okay,
shop.
yeah.
It's so weird. You go into state and like I'll reference something on stage. You know, I found out the hard way. Adelaide doesn't have 7-Elevens.
Oh,
Like, I
really?
just casually
They're
referenced-
kind of new here, like the last
Yeah.
year or two, probably.
I feel like you guys just heard of the Crazy Frog.
What's the crazy frog?
Yeah, it's just feel like you guys are like discovering Nirvana.
Yeah,
while
we
the rest of the
we're
world.
WA, bro. We're isolated.
Yeah, it's the
things
rest of-
don't come here.
Dude, Justin Timberlake, you're gonna love it. Right?
Nah,
He's
he's
this
alright.
guy.
Most
Wait.
comedians probably don't come here. They're probably like, fuck it.
We have something coming. Taco Bell's coming here.
Yeah, we finally got one of them. In,
I don't know if I've ever had it. I think we have one in
Probably, yeah.
Melbourne, but you're not missing out on anything. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
just
wouldn't.
shitty Mexican. You guys have like see, I think Zambreros is the premium Mexican, but other people
Okay.
prefer Guzman.
yeah, I like Guzman more.
We like Guzman, yeah.
Yeah.
But Guzman is like literally cheaper. Like it is the Macca's of
Oh, see,
Mexican.
I've had one Zambreros. I don't know too much about it.
Mm. I'm not a big burrito person, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I just weirdly froth Zambreros. But
Okay.
I'm weird. I wouldn't take I would take all my opinions with a grain of salt. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say things on podcasts
Yeah.
all the time and I get like 50 DMs.
But
going
we can
like,
agree.
Fuck
Grilled,
you.
grilled is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll fire off just on everyone. Like you know when do you ever say stuff on this podcast and then people come up to you and like and you just forgotten you said it?
All
yeah.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
We had one bloke who could reference everything from every podcast, and he had like timestamps in his brain.
Comes
And I
up
was
to us
like,
and he's like, "Oh,
"What?"
remember you guys said this?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, no."
It's like, dude, I do 3 podcasts a week plus like I'm a guest
Yeah.
on other people's. I say a lot of shit.
Mhm.
Like we recorded a podcast with Rory Lowe during their
Yeah.
comedy festival. Suck shit. He rocked up to our
Yeah,
and like that was months ago. It was like in April, and it just got released last week because
Yeah.
we were like banking a bunch of. It's a long story, and I get all these messages like, "Fuck you! I have a ginger mullet. I drive a Nissan Pulsar." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What are these people talking about?" And apparently, I said, and it's a great call. I stand by it. But you know when you say greatness and you forget.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said, I think I said, having a ginger mullet is like putting a spoiler on a Nissan Pulsar. Like you're
Yeah.
just improving a turd.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know
Okay,
what I
I
mean?
feel that. Yeah.
Like stop trying to improve.
And
a
then,
turd.
so you've all the people with rank like mullets and in this.
I think I offended Nissan Pulsar drivers more than I offended gingers.
Hey, dude, what was your first car?
a Pulsar. Yeah, yeah, it actually was.
Yeah, I got one ginger who drove a Nissan Pulsar who was furious.
Yeah.
He just fucked his whole day.
Oh yeah, he's probably still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Redheads, for the most part, are pretty hostile though. They're hot heads, aren't they?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
And you said right before we started
Yep.
recording that you weren't good at comedy.
I'm not.
Take it back. That was
Take it
that
back.
was great.
All right, what do you have, Dill? He's brought a couple topics to the
Well,
table.
this was actually crazy. This morning, right? So we had a mate who's on the show a few times on the channel,
Good
Lockie,
friend,
right?
Good friend.
And he just now messaged a group chat and he goes, "Oh, you guys know about North Korea?" And we're like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "I didn't know it was so bad there." And we're just like, "What the fuck do you mean, bro? Like,
He's been living under
you're
a rock.
21. What do you mean you've just..." He's like, "Oh, I'm watching this podcast about how bad it is." And he's telling us all this shit about their country. I'm like, "What do you mean?
He
How
has
do you-
like the
how
general
do you-"
knowledge of someone from North Korea.
Yeah, I was like, "How the fuck do you not know?" He's like, "You realize I don't get fed properly?" And I'm like, "Have you never watched the news for like the last 10 years?"
I
Not
know
even 10. Like,
He was shocked.
ATAR scores don't mean much, but what was Lockie's?
33.
did he just find out what a dictatorship was?
I think so. I honestly don't
That's
think he
crazy.
knew that it was a bad place.
He wouldn't have learnt it in school.
And
No.
I kind of just thought, what? I was shocked.
I am really fascinated about North Korea, so I like read about it sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
it is a fascinating. I want to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you won't come back.
No, as long as you behave. Have you seen the
How are you
TikTok?
allowed to go there?
Yeah, you can go there on holiday.
What?
But
Really?
you can
Stay
go.
one Westerners
You can
money.
go there, but it's a like guided tour the whole time, and you stay in the hotel they're at. You can only leave with the bus.
That's
like
true, because you do see videos and stuff.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
people there.
There was one bloke. There's like a famous case, an American guy, who stole a painting in the hotel.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. And then he was in the airport, got arrested at the airport for stealing, and over there and he stole a picture of a political person, and that's like the worst crime you can do. So he was in jail for a year.
'Cause
and
that's like treason or
yeah,
something.
and when he finally got released, he was in a coma, and he died on like the airplane ride back to America.
I shouldn't have giggled.
Does that mean they
Yeah,
put
so
him
they
in
were
a
like
coma?
they like fucked him up for a year, and then finally gave him back
Oh
home.
my god.
Gave him
Crazy.
back home dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He was like a full coma, like
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Like
That's
what?
hectic.
Like a vegetable.
Yeah, I've heard stories of these Aussie guys that went over there and then they wore a mankini, which is the most Australian shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't
understand.
Are so dumb in Asia.
Yeah.
Like, you can do that in, like, Thailand. You can go over and rock a mankini on a beach in Bali.
Yeah. Yeah, not everywhere's
Not
Bali.
everywhere, though. Not everywhere. And people think it is. They're just like, oh, a bunch of people shorter than
Yeah.
me. I'm going to rock a mankini.
It's sort of
Australians do suck in Asia, don't we?
We all suck overseas.
It's
but
like when if you ask an Indonesian person or someone from Bali, like, okay, what are your thoughts on Australians? They go, yeah, good because we give you money.
But they probably...
You hate
Yeah.
us, like,
yeah,
they
but
do.
dickheads.
yeah, we are.
It's just like that video. Remember the bloke and he fly kicked the Indonesian guy on a moped? I saw that.
Yeah.
It was like a year ago. And I just
Mhm.
thought, we suck.
Was this during COVID?
No, it would've
No, it
been
was
like-
like
Oh.
just, like at the
Yeah.
start of 20
I think
before.
sounds like-
And I thought, that sucks.
I
Like-
thought that would be a real loose unit going to Indonesia at the moment. Just like
Like,
not
we're,
vaccinated.
Australians are dumb that we take drugs to Indonesia and out. Like,
Yeah.
we're just idiots.
Mm.
Something's wrong with us.
There was this wild story that I heard out of North Korea, right, of this family, because they get censored with what every media that they
Yeah.
consume.
Yeah.
All types of media. So it's illegal to listen to South Korean pop music.
Okay.
Oh.
But this family I heard lived on the border.
Okay.
Right, and they since escaped so they could tell this story. But which means they could tune their frequency of their radio into South Korean.
Listen to
Right.
some
Radio.
K-pop.
They
Some
did it.
BTS.
Yeah, their whole family did it, and it's like lifelong prison. I think might be
Yeah.
even execution.
Yeah, they execute you in front of your black, like they get the whole little village, including your, brother, sister, and they have to
You
watch
sure
you get
that's true?
executed. Yeah, that's true.
Right. Anyway, so like it's a hectic punishment,
Yeah.
but this family it's
That's
just
if
so-
you get caught trying to escape, you get executed in
right,
front of
yeah.
the whole. Yeah,
But it was like life in prison just to get caught listening to foreign media, right? And
crazy over there.
they were like listening to, I don't know, like BTS or some shit. Like I don't know what they play. And then they would like for 2 years or 3 years straight, like every night they'd all crowd around this little radio just to hear pop music. And I know that's horrible and sad, but I couldn't think of like how fucking hilarious that is that they're going to
that's their,
that
like,
much
escape.
length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like here they can't even get people to listen
Yeah.
to radio.
Yeah.
Like there's no point where I'm ever like fuck, like I just
put on 92.9.
yeah,
or
I would
something.
risk everything to hear
Yeah.
what Hughesy's kids have been up to. Like I just like
So
want to know.
true.
It's like geez, like would you risk life in prison
No,
to
but
just like
they-
know
I
what
guess they
Carrie
have
Bickmore's
nothing.
been doing
Yeah.
on the weekend?
Like
No
a hard
way.
day at the labour camp. You come
They
home.
They
and
couldn't
you
even pay me to listen to radio.
crowd around a little.
Dude, we used to be on radio. I never listened to it. Sometimes I'd listen to it on the way in to like make conversation with the person who was
Yeah,
swapping
okay.
over.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah, I heard the. But I
It's
really-
always the back end.
yeah.
as well.
I'm like, I heard Ed Sheeran again. Like,
Crazy place though.
Oh, it is. And Lockie will be shocked to hear all of these things.
Yeah, he's opened up a whole new world for himself. He's
Can
gonna
of worms, isn't it?
God.
good for
Wait till he
him.
hears about World War II. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, one of the stories Lockie was telling us this morning, because I think he was listening to a North Korean lady on Joe Rogan, and that's how he got all of these
We
things.
need to get one on.
There's
That
something about
is the most like male
Yeah.
Perth brain shit I've ever heard.
to learn.
Just
shit.
like that's
He's got to
the
tell everyone he knows now about like North Korea how bad
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
you go into any pub around the country, like particularly I guess in WA, it's just males regurgitating things that they've heard on Joe Rogan
Yeah.
as their own thoughts.
It's facts. Yeah. And he was
Oh,
like, there was
fuck.
one, he was saying that, North Koreans tend to shit 2 to 3 times a month because they get fed like so little. And I was like, what do you mean 2 to 3 times a month?
Yeah.
They'll be coming out like
Apparently
rocks.
that's That's another fact.
And then what was the thing he said? He said the shit needs to be inspected by government officials or something to make sure they're
I don't know. I
eating the
haven't
right
seen the
thing.
No idea
episode,
how much
so
of this is
I
true.
can't stand by
but
that
That
one.
doesn't sound true.
It doesn't sound
My
real,
facts come
does
from
it?
like 60 Minutes, but
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little bit more true. But
yeah,
then
I
again,
trust them.
You know, mainstream media. So
Yeah.
who knows?
60, I used to enjoy 60 Minutes.
Oh, there were
back
some
in the
great
day.
pieces.
They used to have some good ones.
Dad was telling me to watch Australian Story the other night.
What's
I said,
that?
what's on? Oh, Australian Story is like, 60 Minutes, but the ABC's version.
Oh, okay. I've
Yeah.
never really watched ABC.
It's like less hit pieces about supermarket wars
Yeah.
and more like this bloke runs a local carpentry shop for
Yeah.
40 years. Like
Yeah.
that's Australian
Okay.
Story.
This one
Okay.
was like, so he wanted me to watch basically the shit version of The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan thing, right? But
Okay.
this is Luke Longley's story. So he was the Australian that played in that team, right? And he
what
was
a lucky guy.
No, so he was left out of the Michael Jordan documentary.
How come?
Michael Jordan just didn't think he needed to be in there, right? Because he was the starting center, so he was a big he was the focal point of that team. So he'd pass it out to all these superstars, but he wasn't the star. So Jordan's left him out, even though he was in this the team that won all of these titles, I guess. And yeah, Luke Longley was just speaking about like how he felt hard done by, and it was the hardest time in his life. And I was thinking, mate, you won championships.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad for him. He's still probably
Yeah.
a tens of millionaire,
Yeah.
so I think he'd
I
be
made
alright.
millions overseas doing the thing that I love.
Yeah.
Played with
Rough
Michael
era.
Jordan, poor guy.
And now he's living in a mansion down south. He's loving life.
Oh,
we feel
Poor soul.
we probably feel too sad for really rich and famous people sometimes.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, they've got money.
money, I guess doesn't
Do
mean
you know
happiness.
what I mean? Yeah, but if you got
He's
20
a strong
million,
believer that it is.
like if
Would
you got
be happy if you had a jet ski?
yeah, probably that'd
Yeah.
be sick on a
He'd love
summer's day. Are you kidding me? Like what I'm going to do today? Go on my jet ski.
Yeah.
There's the day.
Yeah, it saves you.
I really don't think you can be that sad with like 20 million in the bank. You couldn't. Like, how could you
can
be?
But
Then you're just kind of selfish, I think.
Yeah, that's true, because you could do things with that money that could
Exactly.
at least buy you temporary happiness.
yeah.
But I don't know, I guess there's
Or
the
if you don't
argument-
happy with it, give it away. I'm sure to make other people
Charity.
happy.
Yeah.
But there's also the argument of like, helping people if that makes you happy. But what about if you're such a sociopath that just does nothing for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give $1 million to charity, you
and
see
it just
the
doesn't,
smile on
and you're just like that.
baby's face.
You're like that didn't hit.
You're
But
like,
no, you take it away from him, you get a stiffy.
Yeah.
Like,
that's probably that's most rich people. But I feel like money can buy you temporary happiness.
For sure.
But then once you have all the jet skis, you're like, well, I've ridden it. Dude, jet skis, I've never been on one, but they look fun for 30
yeah, I've
minutes.
never been on a jet ski either.
I went on one in Bali actually, being one of those crazy
That's the
Australian
wildest
boys.
shit ever.
Yeah,
Is it fun?
is. Yeah, I was a kid
Oh,
though.
okay.
I liked the vibrations on my balls. It felt good.
That is horny.
But no, it's good fun for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
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 I think once you own one, you'd be like, oh, why would I use
How much
that?
do they cost?
A lot.
Yeah,
I
More
don't
than a
know.
motorbike? Because all it is
I
is
think
just
so.
a motorbike on water.
I think
surely
these-
they're like 10 grand
I
or
think,
something,
yeah, about
right?
10, 15.
I remember we had a mate who got a jet ski for Christmas from his parents.
Yeah, he did.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? I think he
He
got
had
a car
nice
as
house in the
well.
hills.
Mm.
Don't hear much from him now.
He's having too much fun on the jet ski.
Yeah,
That's why we
probably.
don't hear from him.
Yeah, he's in a new league above you.
Yeah.
You guys think he's going to still talk to you? Get out of here.
He just cut us off, like deleted us
Yeah.
from his
Well, he
contact
can't
straight
race
away.
you on his
Yeah,
jet
that's
skis.
true. We have nothing in common
No.
anymore.
What are
Maybe-
you going to do? Swim next to him?
We'll
oh,
ask him
hang
to-
on. Wait up. I'm doing doggy paddle.
We'll ask him to buy us one. Maybe.
Yeah, you wouldn't be generous. Rich people probably aren't willing to just give it away, you know?
Exactly. Would you give it away if you were rich?
Oh, no, you know.
There's no way
I've
you-
earned it, mate. It's mine.
Exactly.
You don't want everyone... But if everyone's got a jet ski, mine doesn't mean anything
Yeah.
anymore.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
Loses
the thing.
value.
People always say that, like, why don't rich people give it away? It's like, 'cause
You
that's how you
probably-
stay rich.
Yeah, like all these people, as soon as they got money, they wouldn't. Everyone thinks they're like a do-gooder. Like they'd
No
be such
way.
everyone thinks they're such a good person. I'm like,
Nah.
you're really not.
I'd
Most
be
people
like-
aren't.
I'd sort out my family,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Nah, I'd sort out like the family, few of the lads. I feel like I'd just start running like a David Dobrik style channel where
Yeah.
I just like,
Yeah.
but only so I looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want, if I do ever get rich, I want someone to clip this.
Yeah.
Right? If I ever get rich and I'm doing good things, it's just for the public persona.
Yeah.
I want people to know that.
Yeah.
And you know what? That self-awareness avoids me from being cancelled.
That's true. You're uncancelable now.
Because people can be like, yeah, but he said he was going to do that.
Yeah.
Man's up front and honest.
What did you expect, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I rate that like YouTubers do that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. What I don't like is the homeless one.
Yeah, I was about to bring
I hate
that up.
that
Bro, it's so bad.
I hate that. It's
I saw a
fun.
TikTok the other night. It had 2 million likes, and he filmed himself buying 10 cheeseburgers, handing them out to homeless people.
no.
And I thought that's just easy
Because
likes.
he's benefiting off it.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
no,
should
that's
start
not
doing
good.
that. You know.
I know every bad TikTok I did, Dill goes, let's do it.
Oh, we
Let's
put in
do
all
it.
this effort, and they're just getting millions of views for faking
Yeah.
pranks and handing cheeseburgers to bums.
Yeah,
like,
but then you'll be like universally a piece of shit.
but a rich one.
Yeah.
I feel like all the other rich
Yeah, but
people in the world are
You
piece
don't
of
get
shit.
like money off TikTok. Like
I
unless you
know.
get brand
Yeah, they don't do
deals.
it over. You
Yeah,
don't get paid over here.
Unless Macca's are paying you for that.
Yeah. One of my favourite stories of Dylan, the homeless story. Remember when we were in Freo one night? And Dylan's quote, right? I'll say the quote and then you can
Do I
recite
remember
the
this?
story. You will as soon as I say it. Dill said to the homeless person said to Dylan, "Get out of my homeless spot."
Yeah.
Tell me the story.
I think I was just sitting there. Was I was standing?
You were sleeping in his spot.
I was
pretty
just,
much.
like a big night, and you're just
Yeah.
on the wall or something. And he said, he was something like that, wasn't it? Get out of my homeless spot.
Yeah.
Did I say something like you
weren't
can't own
happy.
a spot or something?
Yeah, he said.
I think I said this
Mate,
isn't
that's
your.
literally all he has.
I was like, this isn't your spot.
You're like,
And then he came on the podcast and goes, "Well, what's your home address?" Like,
Nah, fuck that guy, bro. It's rude.
unless he's like put
You
up
can't
a.
pick it. You can't pick a spot on the main
No,
road.
you know what? I'll respect it if he put up like a flag or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
You can't just pick prime real estate and say this is mine.
yeah, Joe's spot.
Yeah, if you
I
want
mean,
to,
if he's-
it depends on what
he
he's
can
been
come out
there.
here. You know.
Yeah, he might have been there for 20 years.
I don't know.
I feel like he
just don't
has
rate
more
it.
right to claim on that spot.
You
than
reckon?
Yeah, you just got pissed and stood there for 10 minutes. He's probably been
That's
living
what he's
there-
been doing his whole life. Do you know what he's been doing that since he was for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly, and he's fucking earned that
He's good
spot,
as
mate.
good.
So-
That's true.
You think
I'm
you
just
can
trying
get
to
pissed
say-
once and then come in and claim it? Man, he's been working hard claiming that spot.
Nah, fuck that guy. But I guess he's got the win. He's living in Freo, isn't he? On the
he
main
does have
road.
prime real
So
estate. He's in a good spot. Yeah.
prime real estate.
Let's get on to the topic that was a hit last week. So basically,
Mhm.
we started Jamo and Dylan's courtrooms, right? So basically, people bring, I guess, a story to the show, and we need to decide if they're guilty or not guilty.
I saw this on your Instagram
Yeah.
story.
So we had a
The
few
one last night
week.
was actually not guilty of cheating. So
yeah,
congratulations
I
to him.
voted that he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 64-36.
Yeah.
Because I think... Oh, do people know the story?
Yeah. Everyone,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he was... Mentally, he knew he was cheating.
That was the case of all the
But
yeses.
also, you have like a bunch of like, boys, listen to
Yeah.
your podcast.
Yeah.
So they're like, nah, bro, it's not cheating if like she already like fucking rock.
And then
I feel like I could tell as soon as I voted and I realized I was in the minority.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, your podcast audience is the same as ours.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of guys at shows.
We
like,
had-
oh, bro,
we had
that's pretty
people-
funny.
we had a couple people who said no, said he's still a shit bloke,
Yeah.
even though. And then we had a lot of
There was
blokes
actually-
saying, "Oh, nah, he's all right, Saved by the Bell." You know, a lot of that shit.
There was a lot of girls who actually said not guilty because
But
they
a really
actually-
shit person.
They weren't in a relationship. They talked
yes.
for 2 months, but they
Oh,
weren't.
okay, see, that's context I feel like I brushed
Exactly.
over.
Yeah, see, so they weren't officially together, but they were sort of exclusive. You know what I mean?
I think what it was, whether it was cheating or not, I think he knew he was being a bit of a dog. He probably didn't
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
great about it.
And then he wakes up and goes, "I'm all good." Like the relief he would have felt.
Yeah.
Relief, but only because he knew he was guilty. Only
Yeah.
because he felt guilty
Yeah.
did he feel some
Mm.
sense of relief.
Yeah.
But surely he would feel a little bit pissed off that she got in before him and dumped him first.
No,
I
if
think he would have
anything,
felt
he
the
should
relief because he
be-
cheated.
If anything, he should be like, going,
Yeah.
thank God I didn't break her heart.
True. Yeah, but I'm sure she would have found out about this by now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
they probably both have, haven't they?
True.
But at least they know that, like, I think the main point was no one's feelings were hurt. All right, so most of them are cheating scenarios, so,
Yeah.
we'll see what we think. So this is the case. Me and a mate have a suspicion our friend is sleeping with his flatmate. His name's Cameron, we'll call her Kay. The problem is Cameron also has a girlfriend. Suspicion. Every time Cameron is sitting at drinks or something, Kay's sitting at one side of him and Shelley is sitting at the other. It's really obvious that Kay likes Cameron just from general behaviour. Evidence 1. We only really had suspicions until one day when they were having drinks at their flat. My mate and I turned up about 30 minutes early. We just walked into the house and it was dead silent. We called out for about 5 minutes and no answer, so we just sat down and thought they can't be too far away because all the lights are on. Cameron walks out with a towel around him and says, "Sorry, I was in the shower." Then approximately 4 to 5 minutes later, Kay walks out with wet hair. Me and my mate thought nothing of it until later that night. One of us clicked and we were talking about it. If they both got out of the shower at the same time, it would take her about 4 to 5 minutes to get dressed. And if she wasn't in the shower with him, then why didn't she come out when we first walked in and were calling? There was also a comment made where Kay said, "Shit, I forgot to take my pill," and Cameron said, "Yeah, you wouldn't want to get pregnant." Evidence 2. There was another time we were having drinks at a house when it came to an end of the
I
night.
feel like this guy's not even trying to hide it at this point. Do we need any more evidence?
And the host was counting numbers to make beds up. There were probably about 12 of us left. The host had counted Kay to sleep upstairs with a girl in a double bed. But she wasn't telling, like, she wasn't saying you have to. She was just saying,
Yeah.
oh, you know, you can sleep upstairs with whoever. Instead, Kay decided to sleep downstairs on the couch with Cameron. So, yeah,
I
what do you
hope,
think?
I hope this person doesn't use real names.
No, they were fake names, Cameron
Okay.
and Kay.
All right. Well,
I mean, it's, yeah,
3,
it's not the hardest.
2, 1. Guilty.
Guilty.
Like, very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, like, there's nothing that even suggests... The only thing I can think of with the shower thing, which seemed like the main piece of evidence...
Yeah.
That was probably like... Were there 2 showers?
Yeah.
Also, then she could have had a quick shower after he came out,
Yeah.
but I doubt that as well.
Because there'd have to be like a crossover period of getting changed or something. Like,
I reckon it was a bit of a, oh, fuck, they're here early.
Yeah.
But like you
go
said,
out
it doesn't
first.
sound like he's kind of hiding it.
no.
Some people are really dumb.
That's
Like,
true.
what about if
We're,
he just-
we're overestimating.
What about if he doesn't think anyone's onto him? And now we're just
Yeah.
talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah,
I hope he watches. And he probably won't realise it's him. He'll go, fuck, that sounds similar. Like,
remember once there was a mum and we discussed it on the podcast and then she actually found it a week later. What was it about? She was a mum and you said that she was a
It's
shit,
fun when
you said that
mums-
she was a shit mum.
Yeah, she did something bad.
Really bad.
Was it like cheating?
Yeah,
She
it was
cheated
like-
on...
No, was it cheating on her fiance the week before the wedding?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I called her. And she was drunk driving
And
and,
you know-
crashed into someone. So I said she's a really shit person.
And
That's
you know
what it
who
was.
sent it in? Her ex, who she was going back to sleep with. So the ex sent it in saying, "Oh, there's this crazy girl. She's done this." We talked about it
And
with
then
no
she
names
found
at
it,
all,
Yeah.
Oh.
but she's found it.
She was a shit person, though. She's a drunk driver and a cheat, so...
yeah,
I mean-
she was drinking, driving to the ex's house.
and crashed.
I like... So funny to me how little you guys give a fuck about like hurting anyone's feelings
No.
on this podcast. Like usually like we'll avoid saying names or like sometimes
Oh,
we'll...
yeah. Sometimes we say names too, accidentally.
That's fucked. That's so good.
Oh, well. Yeah, she
Fearless.
actually is a really shit person now that I think about it.
That's
Wow.
all right. We've addressed it. We can move on now.
That is karma. That's karma, though, I guess. That's the world going, come on.
Yeah, grow up.
You can't cheat and drink drive.
No, pick one.
All right, a couple of voice messages.
All right.
We'll see what they have.
Alright boys, here it is. I need some advice. So I was going to uni in Newcastle at the start of the year. Didn't really like it. Wasn't for me, you know. Came back to my hometown and I'm working now as a COVID cleaner at my old high school, which I hate it, right? It sucks. But it is $42 an hour. So it's really good pay, but I hate doing it. It's so boring. It's like kind of humiliating. It just sucks. Should I go back to Domino's, because I still got mates that work at Domino's, just until I figure out what I want to do, you know? It gives me way more free time during the day or at night whenever I need it. But it is less pay, but I'm working with a few of my mates. So should I keep the job with the good pay, or should I go back to the old job, not as good pay, but good mates? Let us know, boys. Cheers. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, mate.
A cleaner or a Domino's delivery driver?
This man is lost.
Yeah.
I love my favourite bit. He's like, oh, it's kind of humiliating.
At the start when he said I need some advice, I thought he said I need some ice. And I was like, what kind of podcast is this?
We're not distributing.
You guys are just like everyone's dealer in Perth.
We're like Breaking Bad. We've got the front of a podcast.
Yeah.
We're like dealing drugs.
You got like a whole
Half
thing
our
out the
shit's like
back.
code names for shit.
Like that's the only reason why I'm here.
Oh,
It's like I'm a
fuck.
guest on
Yeah.
the podcast.
What did he has lost? So he's at uni and now he's cleaning at his old high school. That is humiliating.
Yeah, going back to your school
to be a
clean.
cleaner, I would
What did you say he was in Newcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But he was
What's
in.
that place like?
He was at the
You been there?
University of
Yes,
Newcastle.
awesome.
Okay.
Newcastle's sick.
I
Is it
actually
like
have- I have
Perth?
family.
Or is it
Yeah.
smaller or the
Similar vibes, like beaches.
Yeah.
Like one of the better places on the East Coast. Better than Sydney, for sure.
Yeah, you said a few things about Sydney today.
Sydney's trash, dude.
What makes you think that? Just you just don't like it?
It's this traffic is horrific. Like most people who go to Sydney, like who I talk to who live there, agree with like everything.
Oh, okay.
They're like, oh yeah, like the traffic's trash. It's really hard to get around. Public transport is bad. Just busy. There's not the lockout laws
Yeah.
are so shit.
What
Like,
time do you have to?
one time I was at a pub on it's on St. Patrick's Day. I was at an Irish pub,
Yeah.
and they did last drinks at 11 p.m. The pub was full. They just had to kick everyone out.
11.
I felt bad for the pub, like the business,
Because it was going off.
Yeah, and then everyone just walks closer and closer because there's zones, and they get closer to the casino. So it's just like because like so people go to the casino.
Okay.
Then everyone just punches on outside there.
Yeah.
That's where all the cops hang out. So.
No, the lockout laws seem like silly, but then past history is why
Yes.
the laws came into place.
But it's just like there's just like, such a shit nightlife.
Yeah.
There's just not much going for it
Okay.
anymore. It's
I went
I've only
there.
been there when I was like 14.
Yeah.
So.
They have all the worst parts of a city, like the traffic, the busyness, with none of like the good parts.
Mm.
Like
There you go.
Melbourne
Fuck
kind
you,
of
Sydney. I guess.
Melbourne kind of is like a good nightlife. I'm not like that pro Melbourne either.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah.
better. I'm from Melbourne, but it's good.
Yeah.
But it's like
Is there
still
a lot
of
to do?
traffic. Lot to do.
Yeah.
Although whenever like someone goes, I'm in Melbourne for the week, what do I do?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's like when everyone comes. What do you tell people when they go to Perth?
We've got a
Freo.
list now.
Go to
'cause-
Kings Park.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
go to
good.
Kings Park.
Go to Freo.
Frio's a good day.
Check out the new stadium maybe if you
Yeah,
want to
if
watch
there's
a
a
footy
game on,
game or
definitely.
something. That's
Yeah.
Have
probably
you been
it.
there yet?
I'm probably gonna go on Monday because Melbourne's playing and I go for Melbourne.
There you go.
Is that Optus?
Yeah.
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 But
No, Optus is
that's
a
about
great
it.
stadium.
There's like
Yeah.
4 things to do in Perth. So
Yeah, but I'd only tell people who like in Melbourne. I would like go to the MCG.
yeah.
Don't go into Luna Park, but like look at it and be like, oh, it's smiling, and then like
Is it
walk
not,
away.
not good?
I went there once on a year 7 school excursion.
Yeah. What happened?
There's a wooden roller coaster. It's
Oh,
terrifying.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have it. We have no theme
not
parks or
Adventure
It's
anything.
not
World.
terrifying because it's like,
Ah.
as in the roller coaster is not terrifying.
Yeah.
It's terrifying because it's made of wood.
Yeah.
It's terrifying that it's going to crumple.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of wooden structures crash and fall down.
Yeah.
Think like there's probably termites.
Rides are definitely so dangerous. I don't
Yeah.
know why we all go on them. I saw one the other day, a video of the ride. It's like it goes like that, and it's like a long. I don't know how to describe it. I don't
Looks
even
like
know
a
what it'd
Ferris
be
wheel from
called.
what you just
Not a
described.
Ferris wheel. It goes really quick. It's long
Okay.
like that, and it just
Right.
goes in a circle, right?
Oh no, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Yeah.
it was like nearly tipping over. I saw another one of like a clown performer fall off one. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, wait. The only real park we have over here is Adventure World, and that's
Yeah,
like
that's-
a summer water park.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
It's
The,
average.
the worlds in like Queensland are good. I
Yeah,
guess.
they're good. Yeah,
good.
Although, Dreamworld had a rough couple of years.
they did,
Yeah,
didn't
they
they?
did.
Dude, I went there like 6 months after it happened.
Mm.
Just dead. No
Yeah.
lines. Dead was
Sick
the wrong
day.
word to use.
Yeah,
but,
at least you got to do everything.
oh, it was awesome. Like, went on a Tuesday and like, no, but then I got put in the emergency brake zone on the Tower of Terror. So the first ride we went on,
Yeah.
we got straight into the emergency brake zone. We had to wait there for the engineers to come for 30 minutes, like in the harness. And then we just bailed and went to the slide one.
Yeah,
day
you're
as
not
well.
pissed,
you're not going on that.
No way. I just left. I was like, fuck this. I don't.
So
this place is
what's
clearly
your favourite
broken.
place in Australia then?
I know it's gonna sound like I'm
But
just
yeah, you
saying
did
it.
mention it before.
I really like Perth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, here's the thing: it's a long way away,
Yeah.
but it's like once you get here, it's
Does,
so
does
nice.
Perth get talked about over? Because we
No,
say
people
over
shit
east.
on it.
Does people?
Yeah,
Are we?
people
Do
shit
you
on
guys
it.
see us as like people?
People shit on it like how they shit at Adelaide. Like,
Okay.
oh, Perth sucks. Like people just dismiss it though, and like because I go to a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, you've never been to Bundaberg.
Yeah.
Like that place is a dump. there's a few real tips in this country.
Yeah.
And Perth is not one of them. Like
Okay.
it's lovely.
Thank you.
The foreshore, the Esplanade,
This
Kings
is beautiful.
Park. Freo
It is a nice. No,
vibe.
it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nightlife is pretty
Yeah.
good here. It's like people are pretty much friendly.
Yeah.
It's not that scummy. Like there's scummy areas of everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
Are there a lot of like, I guess, scummy people in Melbourne, like Eshays and stuff? Do you guys have a lot of that
yeah,
over
like 'cause
there?
we used to do the podcast in Frankston, which is where
Okay.
Lewis lives, and
Okay.
yeah, that's like look.
Is that like around Melbourne Central?
that's like
or
an
not?
hour away
Oh,
from
okay.
Melbourne, but like It's so funny to me. Like, you know, a place is shit when Lewis always goes, "It's not that bad."
Yeah.
If you have to say it's not that bad, your place sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
It means it's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we always say Perth's really nice. It's just boring.
Yeah.
But that's
Yes.
because we've lived here for so long
Yeah.
as
I
well.
like boring because
Yeah.
I don't really like.
But I guess
the
you're
hustle
from
and
busy.
bustle
Yeah.
of
Would
the
you-
city.
All about perspective.
But
I guess-
also, people getting back to Sydney thing, people complain. So like, people live in the North Shore, like Manly and stuff. When I do a show in the other side of the bridge, I just
Okay.
get nothing but complaints. Like, why would you do your show there?
Yeah.
That's how bad it is to get around.
Okay.
Like, they live like probably like 10 kilometers away as the crow flies, but then it's like 50 minutes.
So do
if you
people
wanna
not
drive.
really like going across the bridge to the
People
other
just
side?
don't go outside their suburb because
Yeah.
it's,
Okay.
why would you? 'Cause,
That's
like,
what I
you've got
noticed.
Everything you need.
I went there in March to visit family. I got family around Newcastle, and I was in Sydney, and I actually went to Manly one night, and it took a long time to get there just from.
And that's on the ferry, right? Or did you
No,
drive?
I like
Yeah.
Ubered, and it was like, what the fuck? The fares cost so much just for a little. Like, it was only like 10Ks or something.
Yeah, but it's like all one-way roads. Like when
Yeah.
you order
Oh,
an Uber
really?
in Sydney, it's like 200 meters away from you, and it's like 10 minutes away because the bloke has to go
Yeah.
loop around 2 kilometers.
That's fucked.
It was
to find your
fucked.
street.
But when I went to Manly and I was talking to a lot of those people, first time I met them, and yeah, they were like shit talking everywhere else but Manly. They were saying like, this is the spot.
And that's what everyone from the Northern Beach is like.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't really know that much about Sydney's probably like the place I've spent the least time since I've started comedy. Because
Right.
I'd avoid going there because it's
Well,
like,
I've never been to Melbourne, so
Nor have I.
Melbourne's good.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, I live there, so I'm
Yeah.
going to come off bias. I'm sure there's people from Sydney who think it sucks shit.
yeah, that's true.
We were supposed to be there 2 weeks ago, but then it all just went to shit because of COVID.
Isn't
and-
COVID fun?
Yeah.
I've been running away from this virus for like 6 months.
You've been
trying to
doing
do
all
shows.
right lately.
I've,
Yeah, have you
I've-
had
I
to
had
do
a
any
really-
quarantines or anything?
So I had to do. That's how I got here. I had to quarantine in Darwin, for like 2 weeks. And
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been to Darwin since I was in like year 8 on a family holiday, so that
Yeah.
was pretty good getting back.
How's that? I've never been to
I got
Darwin
punched
either.
in the face,
Huh?
like proper.
How?
What
Yeah,
happened?
at a nightclub.
Oh.
yeah, dude. Like Darwin is like as Darwin as you think it is.
Okay,
Like,
it's what-
they went. I became a local. I really feel like I,
Going to the pub and shit.
embrace
and-
the culture. By
Yeah.
getting
So
a
what
kid
happened? You
here.
just got banged.
Oh, I went into this.
Was it a good night though? Besides that,
Yeah, it was a great night.
Okay.
That's the thing. I'm like such a weirdo where like, oh, I properly got hit. Like it really hurt my eye for a few days. I think it's still like kind of blurry. I should probably go to the doctors. But I still won't let that like ruin my week.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
still like,
Okay, that's
all right,
good. That's
well,
a
I
good
had it.
perspective.
So I walked into the toilet and this guy was up against the sink, and I wasn't trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
I want to make this very clear.
Okay.
This story makes it seem like I come
Alright.
off as a hero in it.
Okay.
Fully wasn't my intention.
Yeah, okay.
At all.
All right.
Right. I was just like, if anything, trying to avoid a fight. I
But it just found you.
walk in. I probably should have just walked straight out, but I walked in, and a meter away from me, there's this guy like sharing some fairly choice words with another bloke.
Okay, right.
And he's like way bigger than me, like big.
Nah, you
dude.
should have avoided that.
Absolutely. And because it was just right there, I flung the door open. I really needed to piss, and I just went, whoa, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I was pretty pissed. So I may have said it loud or something. But I was, when you walk into a thing and you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
shit.
you got
Yeah.
that confidence
But
barrier
I
because
just
you're drunk
walked
as
into
well.
a situation
That's
that
what
was
always happens.
already
It's the people.
unraveling.
It's the people who like the outside people who show up always get
Hit.
the brunt of it. Yeah,
For sure.
always, bro.
So I just walked into a already happening situation. I just go, whoa, what's happening? The guy looks at me. I kind of go, whoa, because I could tell he was going to hit me. And then I don't even remember his fist coming. I just remember the feeling. And like I saw him go like that away. And he just cracked me in the eye. Like no questions.
Good hit?
Yeah, like he clipped me there and I couldn't
Okay.
see the next day. Oh, there's a great photo, right?
What, did you leave you alone after that?
Yeah, because I was with the boys from, do you know the group Mashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was there because they were doing a set there, right?
Cool.
And there's this great before and after photo.
Did you save the other guy from getting a smack, or you don't know? The guy who was initially.
Well, yeah, I think I bought him a window to get out of there.
That's good.
Okay,
Good
So I
cool.
also I don't want to. I don't know if it's illegal. I hit him back. But if cops are listening, this is all performance and satire, and I would never do that because that would be assault, obviously.
So you get up.
This
off
is
the
all just
floor.
jokes on a podcast.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope we all know
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. He didn't actually get me down.
Okay.
I kind of just like took it, and there was adrenaline, And I freaked out, and I've like never been in a fight before. It
So
wasn't
you
a
just go
fight.
bang,
It wasn't a fight.
and then what happened? You
I
guys just
walked away and
Yeah.
got a security guard. There's a great photo. So this is me before.
Yeah.
Right. This is like taken 10 minutes before.
okay. You look
Then
happy. Yeah.
I aged like 10
You
years.
still look just as happy.
He fucked my lip
But you
and
still
my
you
eye.
still look just as happy.
You had a big fist.
I know.
You did say as a big man.
He like clipped my lip, and I think he must have. I don't know, but
Darwin. You still
Darwin,
like
dude.
it?
Yeah, dude, we'll go
Okay.
back. So,
But see,
The
gets
weather's
hit in
great.
Darwin, but still better than Sydney.
Yeah.
oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the weather's great. It's like 32 every day.
And they were saying it was like their colder months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
you were
wore
mentioning.
a singlet and shorts at my show, and everyone in the crowd was like, "You're a lunatic,
That-
mate. This is our cold period."
What we were talking about before, comedians on stand-up. I thought this was a good topic. Never wear shorts.
No, it's a sin.
So is that talked about in the
Oh yeah,
community?
you
in
get
the-
bullied if you wear shorts.
Because
Because
when I think of it, like international comedians, any kind of stand-up I've watched on YouTube, Netflix, whatever, never wearing
No.
shorts.
I've done it at a couple of gigs in like hot places because I'm just like I'm a bit like I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm on the Gold Coast and it's like 35 degrees, I'm not gonna make my knees sweat it out
Yeah.
for a night. You know,
You
but
won't-
also it's because maybe I haven't.
Maybe
no
you should wear
respect
some
for-
shorts over here tomorrow.
Oh, not on stage. I'm doing like
Saturday
like the
night.
Regal Theatre.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
can't
formal,
get up
isn't
there in
it?
front of like 1,000 people and be
Wearing
like,
shorts.
check out my calves.
And what did you say? Lewis hates it, right?
Lewis Spears, my friend who I also do a podcast with, he didn't want a bar of it.
Yeah.
He because he really takes pride in the way he dresses.
Okay.
You wouldn't think it by looking at him because the man dresses like a school shooter. But well, he does. Have you? You know, the man dresses like he's concealing a weapon at all times. But yeah, he was so off it. He saw it on my story, the fact that I was considering wearing shorts, and he's like, "I will ban you from like, you know, he's trying
From
to put in
Frankston.
punishments." Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, "Oh man, I can't go back to Frankston." No, I really like the brand Ganda, right? And I'm not sponsored by them, but I just talk about them all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'll ban you from wearing Ganda on the podcast for like weeks because
Does he not rate it?
no, because I dress like he dresses like a school shooter. I dress like a 12-year-old boy.
Okay.
So, yeah, with a passion for cotton on.
With a passion for cotton.
You know, I dress like the JJ's mannequin for sure. See, I'm not saying I'm any better,
But you're just saying he's not there either.
well, he either hates what I wear and I hate what
Okay.
he wears, and we're never going to agree on that.
Yeah.
Like he'll
Maybe
go,
you guys should switch one day. He
well,
shows up in.
there's a photo shoot
in-
where we've done that.
Okay,
and
how's it
like,
look?
Oh, me in like a leather jacket and a Gucci belt. Horrific, dude. I have to show you the photo.
Oh my god.
It's fucked up.
Speaking about mannequins, I was at Carousel, biggest shopping centre in the south of Perth, the other day.
In Perth, bro.
In Perth, in
We've
general.
taken the title now.
Cool. I was there the other day, and there was a mannequin that had a penis.
Really?
Oh,
I've never seen it
I've never
before.
seen that in my
It
life.
was in like one of the more higher, like a Maya or something
Hang
like
on,
that.
like the statue of David.
Yeah, like it, and it was a black man, and well, I assume it was a man, and it had a penis.
Oh, so it was like huge. It was hitting the floor.
Yeah, it was quite. But
Shit.
what it didn't have a head. It was the outline of a penis.
So it was like a stump.
Yeah, but a large.
No, I've seen a
stump.
few mannequins with stumps. I think it's to make it look more realistic in pants.
Right, this one wasn't wearing
that makes
pants.
sense.
So it was
yeah.
just a bulge.
Yeah,
it wasn't actually like a schlong.
No, it was a schlong without the head and hole. So yeah, it was a. Oh fuck, I don't know. I have to
Was it
take
like a
there.
Ken doll type sitch? No.
No, it was black. It's not Ken.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Did it still look?
But I'm talking-
Was it clearly?
Was it an outline of
It was a
cock?
penile structure.
Do you know what a penis looks like?
Yeah.
Draw what it looked like.
I'm starting
Alright,
to get
alright.
Show
concerned.
us what it looked like.
Okay.
Because I think it was a
I
bowl.
don't think he has.
We haven't gone through it yet.
Has he been taught the bird and the beast? Does he know male anatomy?
We've got to do a class lesson. Him get Lockie in.
Actually, I'll
talk
just draw
about
it.
On the
history.
podcast, you guys need to get like a sexologist.
Like you said, World War II
That's
is going to be a
fat,
good one to
that's so fat.
cover.
Yeah.
Are you good at drawing? Good artist or?
I could draw a cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had. I've
you-
dabbled. You know?
Like the bloke in Superbad.
Now-
He only draws-
This looks silly, right? No, it's not that. It's not that. Okay.
Okay.
Now this looks abstract, and it probably
that?
looks unrealistic. No, I try. It's an alien, mate. Okay, so
Did you
this
draw
is,
that?
Yeah, this is what I saw.
Hang on.
Okay,
When
ready?
did you draw an alien?
That's what I saw.
Oh,
What
just-
is that?
He was black.
That looks like a hand, bro.
Hang on. That's a tripod, dude.
We'll get some.
Looks
zoom
like
on
he's
that.
going like that or something.
But yeah, like that was genuinely the size.
What's that?
That's a leg. Sorry, that's like feet.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's the third
okay,
leg.
okay.
Yeah, it literally is a third leg. If he was to squat, that would be
That would hit the floor.
exactly. So
Are you sure? That seems like a joke or like a. Was it really that big?
trust me, it was like Maya or something, like or David Jones, one of those type of like.
That's strange.
You know, normally a mannequin has a suit on. This one was naked. So.
All right. Well, maybe contact Jamo Dyl and
Yeah.
confirm if you've seen this.
Yeah. If not, I don't know.
If
Mate.
not, you're imagining dicks.
Maybe it was on meth or something, just from out back.
We are the meth capital of Australia over here in Perth. Did you know that?
Are we actually?
We are.
What,
yeah.
per capita or something like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So pretty good.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sydney, this was sent in, right? This is from a school in Sydney. So this shows the teachers in Sydney.
Okay.
Sydney are really copying at this.
So
episode.
it's obviously a Zoom. This is the audio. It's a Zoom call, right? So I won't say her name.
Wait, we've been sent the Zoom call or audio from it?
The video, but I'm just going to
shit.
play the audio.
Okay.
So this is what the children are on Zoom, and this is what they hear.
Can you turn it so we can see?
There's no joke. Yeah.
Is that the teacher?
And then Miss just had sex on Zoom. What is wrong with... I won't say the school name. And then... This is Google Classroom, and she sent an email to everyone.
What'd she say?
Hi, girls. I just want to apologise sincerely for this morning. I had and still have severe stomach pains. I'm sorry I left my mic on. I will see you on Friday.
She was having sex with the mannequin. Jesus.
So there's the school, the Sydney schooling system.
Severe stomach pains.
Severe.
Jeez, now from my research online, boys,
Yeah.
I think Riley Reid and Lisa Ann also have similar stomach pains. There's a lot of girls seem to be having those same kind of
Yeah.
cramps.
Yeah.
They make similar
Teachers as
noises
well.
too.
Teachers, that's
Mm.
wow. Well, I hope she gets better.
Yeah, same.
She might have to take a suspension just to
Yeah,
get
long
better.
service
Yeah,
leave.
maybe a long service leave to rethink that one and hopefully get better.
Time. Sydney really copping it today.
Was
So
that like an all-girls
unprofessional.
school or
No,
something?
what do you mean? That's
Yeah, it was. It looked like it was a girl. Wait, I can look up the school.
Dude, are you kidding me? That's bumped Sydney right up in my books. Sydney's back on top.
You'll be getting on some Zoom calls.
Let's see.
That's wild, dude.
I wonder what subject
Yeah,
that
it
was.
is it is a single-sex school.
Okay.
Should I say what suburb it's in, or is that too far?
Nah, just leave it.
You sure?
You'll say. I know you will anyway.
Should we though?
No.
I shouldn't say this.
I
How
think-
big's the suburb?
I think that was
How
a,
big's this suburb? Oh wait, you're not from Sydney.
Yeah, what? Show me. Is it near the city? Oh, I don't know where that is at all. It's. Oh, yeah, I do know where that is. I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I wouldn't see how far away it is. But
Um,
yeah, that's imagine that on your Zoom call.
Yeah, I wonder what class it was. Health?
Do you reckon it was? Yeah. Well, maybe it was a lesson.
Could have been.
It sounded like a bit of a solo sesh happening.
That's exactly what I thought. There was
Yeah.
no, I
Didn't
guess.
sound like there was another one helping her with her stomach pains.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll say it's north of
No clapping. No support.
the North Shore. Did you say that's where everyone talks shit about, or is that?
No,
so
no,
that's where
that's
the
a
place
nice-
is.
Like a.
So the place, suburb is up
I
north.
just wouldn't.
I
I
guess.
just wouldn't even say about me.
Yeah, we'll keep it out. Actually, it's funny that she apologized for it and used. It's like when
You have to. You can't be
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
you
you had
can't
me to a
leave it.
cum earlier today. Like that's how you lose your job.
but like it's,
severe
it's,
stomach pains.
it's almost like if you're in a footy team and then like you're making an excuse to not go to training and you just come up with something like that. Like, oh, I've got a stomach pain. I can't come to training, coach. That's what she's done. She's gone, oh, I've got.
covering the tracks.
Sorry, guys. Like, sorry, girls.
She tried her best.
Did you get sent that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, we get sent heaps of school shit, bro. Honestly, like,
Weird shit.
yeah.
Mm.
My favorite thing ever was we put a TikTok out about kids vaping in schools,
Yeah.
and we just got sent like hundreds of year 7s and 8s vaping. in the school toilets. Like it was.
Wait, like that's rebel.
Yeah, like they're like in the school toilet, like a 12-year-old, and he's vaping.
There was one kid, we didn't reply to his message.
Imagine smelling like fucking strawberry clouds and thinking like this. I'm the shit, dude.
No, honestly, and there's like 12 of them in a toilet. I wish I could find. I should try and find them.
Oh, that's so funny. They're gonna grow up and then be like, they're gonna look back in that period of their life and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like going into a cubicle and like, oh man, give me some fucking mint.
There was one kid who, like, we left him on scene after he sent us the video because, like,
Oh, that's so
it
funny.
got to a point where we just weren't responsive because we had so many, like, already.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
Asking you shall receive, I guess.
he was like, I really want to reply. I'll send you a video of me ripping a cone instead. I was like, what?
God.
He's 12.
I want to
Yeah,
try and find one.
we just,
You
like,
love it, bro.
Don't even engage with people like that because we're just. I'm not going to encourage like.
Yeah.
We're
I just can't help myself.
We
I
get
just
shit like that as
excited.
well, and I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm just not. I usually try and avoid replying to people who I know are underage.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just like, fuck. Because there's a whole lot of things where it's like, what about if like, yeah, you guys talk about that, and then the
Yeah.
school emails you going like, our students think it's funny to send you blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Then that's how you end up on your fucking dad's favorite show, mate. They're gonna do a 60 minutes about you.
We made it.
We made it. I'm finally there.
Oh.
All right, this story is This has been a long-standing story on the show, right?
Wait, what is it?
It is the two girls who found love.
No, it's not. The
There's-
lesbian
bro,
love story.
and it's got. This is crazy. So we had these.
I'm gonna give a rundown.
So we had a girl, right? She inboxed us saying, "Oh, look, I'm in love with my friend. We both have boyfriends, but I'm in love with her." And they've had some moments together, and So we said, "Oh, well, obviously you guys should, talk to your boyfriends about it, get it all out in the open, and just, because they said, what should we do?"
They had a round
Are
table.
they bisexual or lesbian?
So, well, I guess
We
you'd say they're
haven't
bisexual
clarified.
because they had
They had
boyfriends,
boyfriends,
and
yeah.
but they also like. So we'll
Yeah,
say
cool.
we'll say that I still think they would say
You
they're
assume
bi.
they're
I would assume they're
and
bisexual.
our advice was have a round table discussion. Sit down, all four of
Yep.
you, and like just let it all out.
So they did. They let
They
it all
did.
out. And then the first time they decided, okay, it's all out, but we'll still
So
stay
the
with our
girls
boyfriends.
know they're in love with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've told each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
we
the boyfriends
went through-
didn't know.
We had a week by
And I'm
week.
sure the boyfriends don't share the same passion for
No,
each
no,
other.
no. It's not a. It's unfortunately.
we
not
were
a
thinking
group-
maybe
yeah.
it could be a big, ordeal,
Yeah.
but
It
no.
turns out, and then after the first chat, the girls realized, no, you know what, we actually do love each other. So they left their boyfriends, right? And they're together.
and they shared like a movie-like
Intense.
moment. It was a really
She
nice
drove to her
ending.
house late, and they
Late at
embraced,
night,
and
yeah.
But this is the update. It's gone to a next level.
Oh my god!
Hey boys, got a bit of an update for you, so strap yourselves in.
Are they
As
having a
you
kid?
know, basically thanks to you boys, me and my best friend have been dating for a few months now, and it has been incredible, and I never thought I'd feel love like this. A bit after we got together, my girlfriend had started to get quite sick and had been throwing up most mornings and sometimes at night.
No.
We thought it could have been just something she'd caught, but then a frightening thought entered my mind, and I thought that she may be pregnant. So I went to the shops and bought her a test. I was with her when she did it, and it came out positive. We were both shocked as it was obviously her ex-boyfriend's. She kept apologising to me and said that she'd handle it and understood if I didn't want to be with her anymore. I told her that it was ridiculous and that I'd be with her every step of the way, regardless of what she chose to do. I replied with, "This needs to be a movie. This is wild."
Jeez.
She told her.
Very sensitive on your part.
He doesn't care.
Just poured her fucking life out on
This
you.
is why-
And you're just like, someone
What's
start
the-
writing a
what's
script.
the-
All right, we need a director.
Yeah.
We need actors.
She told her ex-boyfriend the next day, and he said he didn't want to be a part of it regardless of what she did.
Wow.
She was so hurt, and I was for her. There were moments where she talked about keeping it. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it just made sense to her to take care of it medically.
It's a good way of putting abortion.
I was there for her through the surgery, for the aftermath, and through the mental struggle that she went through. Why am I laughing, bro?
Stop,
I
but do you want me to read
I'm
it?
sorry. No, I got it.
Bro,
And
there's
she
tears
stayed at my
rolling
house
down.
for the remainder of the week after. When she was ready to go home, I drove her there with her bag and everything, and she said she just needed time for herself. I don't know. You got to read
Okay,
it.
Why
okay.
is this funny to you?
I don't know.
But he's a sicko. He
Because
loves...
look how I replied to it, bro. I just said, damn, that sucks.
All right.
Oh, girls talking about her vagina. Oh.
Wait, where were you at?
Just go to read
next
the
message?
after I message. Yeah.
Okay. Another few weeks have passed since, and I've reached out to her multiple times, and I haven't really heard from her. I even sent her a care package and flowers to make sure she was okay, but nothing. I understand more than anything that she needs time, and what she went through was horrible, but at the same time we're together, and I feel like at least some communication should be present. We didn't get the best of starts together, and I have no idea where she's at. I'm so tempted to go over to her house, but I don't want to push her. What would you boys do? I know it's a fucking crazy story, and the whole thing is, but you guys helped us to get where we were initially, and I couldn't think of two people to come forward for advice. Thanks again, boys, and whatever happens, happens, but I'll update you, but it's not looking good. Thanks again for always making my Mondays safe. I believe they're from the UK, so they say safe to end conversations. But
Right. Is that a UK thing?
yeah, it's like
Yeah, they just say safe. So I'll be like, oh, yeah, safe.
Yeah, safe.
And I walk off.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But
That'd be like if we were like Volt, you know?
Yeah.
And then we just leave.
Volt. That should be our version.
So yeah, what do you reckon? Pretty crazy, right?
So just the last bit of that
Yeah,
is the
no
girl
worries.
wanted some space.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she
She's
hasn't.
been through a lot.
Yeah, I mean after the
Boyfriend to girlfriend to
after the
pregnancy.
medical procedure, she has not really spoken to her partner.
Yeah. She's probably, I don't know, in a weird headspace.
It's annoying that it's not annoying, but it is scary that she's come to us for
I
advice.
can't believe she's gone to two blokes from Perth.
But it's the
They're
gift
21,
that keeps on
22.
giving, this story.
Yeah,
Because it just,
Yeah.
there's so much unfolds.
This is a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is funny the shit people trust you with, like, how open
it's
people
like
are
we
sometimes.
have a confessions corner type of thing,
Yeah,
and
that was
people
one of them.
people send some wild stuff,
Yeah.
and like we never release a name, but we know.
Mm.
But yeah,
I've also had similar stories on the
Yeah.
podcast where people just like pour out everything to you.
Yeah,
and
they
you're like,
really...
oh, Jesus. Like, and then they come up to you at the show like, oh, is this guy? You're like,
mm.
oh, dude, I hope you're
Oh.
okay. And
We
Yeah.
had one guy who
just like give him a hug. And
Yeah.
'cause sometimes it's hectic.
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but-
100%.
we met a bloke only maybe a couple months ago who sent in a story where he was having sex with a girl and the girl just ferociously jammed her thumbs up his ass. And he felt violated.
He's a local, yeah.
He's a local, yeah, and we met him.
From
and it was
Thornley.
quite a strange thing to meet the man that got sexually assaulted.
Yeah, right.
But we did feel bad for him. I mean, that's not funny.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
she said he like, I don't know, she was dominant. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, she didn't ask me, so I don't know why I'm not going to throw my 2 cents.
But what do you think she should
guys
do?
think?
Yeah,
what
no,
do you guys
we'll
think?
get
She
your
asked you
opinion.
two.
We've got some outside counsel to help us with this
Yeah.
one. It's tough.
It is.
I guess you just give her the space, right? There's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's a crazy situation.
The way I see it is she's reached out. She's sent a care package. She's tried her best to get through to her. And if nothing's coming back, how long does she leave
Maybe
it?
maybe she actually is in a really. If she seems like she's in a really bad place,
Yeah.
then maybe she should like reach out to her family, not to her, like not to like try and get back in or whatever,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to
Let
be
them
like,
know.
hey, is she okay? Like
Yeah,
a genuine check up on her.
Because you
And
don't
if-
know who knows.
And if you hear that she's okay,
Mm.
then back off.
Yeah.
And be like,
Yeah.
let her figure shit out.
I like
True.
that.
But if she's actually not okay and going through a really hard time, that might then become a problem. So I would say check in on her, whether it's through her directly or through her family. I would say get the A-OK, and then
Yeah.
once you get the A-OK that is all good and she just wants space.
Rekindle.
That's
I
some
would
very
back
genuine
off.
advice. Yeah.
I'll stick with that. That was good.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to give funny advice at this point of the story.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we got really deep, didn't we?
The fun was at the start,
And
when
then
they
it-
found
and then you
love
go,
and they're ditching their
yeah.
boyfriends.
yeah, it was like it's kind of like a movie, like a
few
romantic
lesbians
movie.
eloping their
fling, yeah.
relationships.
While
Yeah.
you're replying, throwing around directors' names and shit, saying, got to get him on board, make a fucking movie about it.
Yeah, bro.
When
It would.
she's-
It's a tragic love story. It really is.
Yeah, who are you thinking? Like Emma Stone?
Yeah, she's a good
Mm.
actress. She can do it. She can play one of the roles. Probably, I reckon she could play the one who doesn't get pregnant, Emma
Okay.
Stone.
Okay.
Who could play the?
Like a Keira Knightley or something.
Maybe.
Mm.
Is that just because you guys want to see them kiss, or is that?
I mean, we got to sell a movie, right?
Who are the boys going to be?
I don't know. We're going pretty. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a good actor.
Okay.
And I reckon like Adam Devine from Workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the boyfriend who like the dick boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Adam Devine. I don't
Yeah.
know why I cast him as like
Yeah.
the guy who's, I don't want fucking anything to do with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that guy.
There you
I hate
go,
my
sorted.
What a piece of shit, by the way.
Do you like our plaque? We've got it self-made.
We made it ourselves.
Because, YouTube don't... we picked it up yesterday.
That's funny. See, I just hit 100K last week, and I don't know. I feel like I'm going to
On YouTube?
Not on the podcast, on my one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You get an actual one.
I do get an actual one.
Have they contacted you?
No, I don't think I'll ever get it. But this is great. This is better.
YouTube hate, small creators, obviously. So, and I thought they're not going to show us. They're not going to show us any love.
I can't believe they even send out plaques for 100K.
Yeah.
Do you think it should be $1 million?
Dude, yeah, it should be $500,000 for the silver.
I don't know why $500,000 is not one. Why you don't get one
Well,
for
it
$500,000?
just shouldn't be 100K anymore. Because I've seen like meme channels.
Yeah,
it can happen quick.
Channels posting like dog shit just every day.
Were you happy when you hit 100K?
Oh, I didn't realize.
Ah,
And then
okay.
like a fan messaged me, and a few people started to message me. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Get one made yourself.
Yeah.
$40.
I don't really care about like the numbers because it hasn't changed my life whatsoever.
Yeah.
I still get fuck all views on YouTube. And
Well, at least TikTok's working out for you.
TikTok's working out, which is good. So no, I'm not really ever fussed about the numbers. I'm just like, I don't know. I've been doing it for so long now that like I used to be worried about it, and I used to like refresh it. You know, like when you first have a viral video. Keep refreshing it and shit. Now I'm just like,
put them out and see what happens.
Put them out and I check them like the next day and I'm like, oh fuck, that did well. Like this morning I checked one I uploaded last night. I was like, bomb, fuck it. Oh well, upload another one.
Yeah, life goes on at the end of the day.
So throughout your, I guess, comedic times, who are some good people you've met? Like other comedians? Have you met anyone notable? I guess any good people?
This is like weird because like it's so lame name dropping Australian people.
I know
that's so
true.
lame. No, pretty much like everyone.
Yeah.
The only person I probably haven't met is weirdly enough like Carl Barrett.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like probably the only person that no one's met because I think that dude just keeps to himself.
Yeah.
And only does his own show.
Yeah.
But
fair
yeah,
enough,
like
really.
do gigs with like Husey and stuff a fair bit because like we do the Comics Lounge in Melbourne, which is like the big comedy club. So.
Everyone mostly good people, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, Husey's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
Most people you see on TV are delightful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
There's always some.
There's always some.
But
that's just like
You can't like
people.
everyone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like 20%
It's not to do
of
with what
people
they
are
do. It's just
assholes.
because they're a shit person.
Yeah.
I always say that about like my our podcast. Like we just have this like long running joke, I guess, like that statistically, like we'd hate like even the people who listen to this.
Yeah.
Like statistically, I'd hate at least 10% of you if I met you in person.
That's very
That's
like
fair.
you might think you're not the 10%.
No
You
one thinks they're the
probably
10%. No one thinks they're
I'm
the
gonna say
10%.
20%.
There just might be someone listening now with no confidence going like, it's me.
Self-aware though, that's a good trait to have.
No, but like
is.
it's just, some people but also like those people might get along with others. Like you always get guys at your show, like they come up to you and like they think you're gonna like like they offer you like Coke and like they just have a
they
completely
think that you're going to be boys after
they completely like have a different perception of you. Like I've never done any drugs and like they're like, bro, want any ket? And I'm like, keep your horse tranquilizer to yourself, brother.
Yeah, they just think that's that's how they make mates.
Yeah,
so they think you're.
That's just because we just come from a different world, and
Yeah.
I don't like hate those people. I'm just like, oh, we just come from different places.
exactly.
And I always like be really nice and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'd never.
There's not
be
much of a
friends.
middle ground, you know.
I'd just never be friends
Yeah.
with you. We're not on the same Venn diagram.
But-
We're on different sides.
As long as they're
bro.
showing up to the show, though, right? There you
Yeah, they're
go.
still legends. Like, good on them. They're still good people.
Yeah.
But it's just like some people you meet, you're like, oh my god, like I can't believe you really like me because we're so
Yeah.
different.
It's funny. It's like the one thing that we, I guess, find a bit difficult when we meet people is that they know so much about us and we know nothing.
Yeah,
about
that's the
them.
weird-
Often they forget.
Yeah.
That it's
Yeah.
like a one-way thing.
Yeah, some people are friends with you before you even meet them.
Yes, because
Yeah, because like you said, they know a lot about you. You know
Yeah.
nothing about them.
But that's lovely. though.
Yeah.
I always
It
think
is
it's
good.
cool, and you're just really nice to them. And
Yeah.
and then I actually always try and steer the conversation in their direction because
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, you know everything about me.
Yeah, what's going
Tell
on
me
with
about you.
Yeah,
Because that is cool to me, and that is interesting to hear about the people who listen to your shit.
Yeah, like what they do.
But I'm coming off like an arsehole, but like I go out with like some people after my show sometimes. Like we went out with these dudes from Darwin after the show, and it was great. Like I
Yeah.
always try and go out and meet people who
Yeah.
just fans of the podcast and stuff. I find that fun.
Yeah.
Other people wouldn't do that probably, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
whenever I'm in a new place, I'm just like, fuck it, like show me around.
that's
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
did when I went to Sydney. I was with my mum visiting family, and then I went to Sydney for 3 days, and I did discover the nightlife was a bit average.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I met some really cool people. Like there were a few in Manly that like
Yeah, you
just
get
knew
stories
the
out of
show
it.
exactly. And then I met a bloke called Josh, and I went to a Jamaican rum bar
That's awesome.
in the middle of Sydney and had the best night with him. Met his girlfriend who's from Perth, and it was sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just little things like that like I appreciate, and I'm sure you do
Yeah,
too.
if I hadn't have gone out, I wouldn't have got punched in the face. So
Yeah, exactly.
You
And
wouldn't
it's
have a story to tell.
And I wouldn't change that for the world.
I guess one thing, obviously you can plug all your stuff in a second, but one question we love to ask our guests, and we have adopted it from a show in the UK, the True Geordie podcast, but he asks his guests, how would you like to be remembered?
Oh,
Yeah,
deep.
it is deep.
We already got deep before, and now
I know.
we're heading back in there.
We
We're
like
mining right now.
Here we are.
Very Perth. Honestly, I think this is maybe a weird thing because everyone else wants to be remembered as like a legend, like most artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like of the point of view where like I think it's so lame when people. Obviously, comedy is an art, I guess, but that's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
lame. Like I just go up there and talk about cum.
Yeah.
Like, I prefer cum poet. You know? No, I just want to be remembered as like fuck. Like if I died tomorrow, I'd want. Like yeah.
Fuck, if you died tomorrow, this podcast would
this
skyrocket.
would
The
rip
fucking
up, yeah.
views on this thing. Oh,
Bloody welcome, boys.
fuck. I feel like his last gift to us.
But yeah, I feel like I just want to be remembered as like just a fucking funny bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like oh fuck, he was funny.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case.
Fuck, he was funny.
Fuck, he was funny.
Yeah.
You know, like I just want to be known as like the Australian guy, like nah, good bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah.
it.
I think, yeah, that's what a few people have said that.
Yeah.
What did we had a bloke who won Ninja Warrior on?
Yeah.
What did he say? I can't. Did he say like good bloke as well?
Yeah, but his was a really inspirational good bloke.
Yeah, because he's
Not
like,
like fucking
yeah.
good bloke.
uplifting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very
You know.
uplifting.
I wanted people to say at my funeral like his cum jokes were like no
Yeah,
other.
The
like
best.
ridiculous.
Cum poet.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you thought, you know, other comedians had jokes on the topic of semen. You ain't heard nothing
Yeah.
yet. You boys will hear it on Saturday night.
I'm excited, mate.
Mate.
This will come out on Monday just after your show, but plug what you want. Luke and Lewis
I'm
show.
going around. Yeah, listen to Luke and Lewis if you like podcasts. I mean, but don't stop listening to Jamo and Dylan.
Thank
I
you.
don't wanna
Maybe we can get.
I don't
some,
wanna
maybe we
steal
can
of
steal
you.
some of your listeners.
But
That'd be
if
nice.
If you have a time, I guess if you have time in your day to add another podcast, then listen to Luke and Lewis. But if you don't, I wouldn't
Yeah.
bother. Because I get it. You're busy. I'm busy. You know? Yeah, come to see a show. I'm touring around like Queensland. Hopefully it goes ahead. Adelaide, maybe.
you
this
like
week.
Queensland? Good place.
Oh, dude, love Queensland.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I realized? I'm just a piece of shit. I just like places that everyone else hates.
Yeah.
People like Sydney, and I'm just like, dude,
You like fuck Sydney.
I love Cairns.
What else do you hate that most people love? Is there?
Oh,
Because you
I've-
hit them pretty early on.
I've been pretty strong about. I think I don't hate it, but I think Milo's a 7 out of 10
okay. Yeah.
because it's just people
Okay.
like put it on this god level tier of
Yeah.
like, dude,
Interesting.
Milo, it's the best Australian thing.
When there are probably international products that are better.
Well, my theory is if you have to dump 6 scoops of it to make it taste good, it's not a good product. Like no other chocolate milk would you have to do that.
That's
true.
Um,
I'm fine with 7 out of 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
I'm
respect
fine with it. Yeah,
this
I
is
understand
controversial. I don't eat shapes.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
either, bro. I don't eat anything
No,
like that.
You know what? He doesn't eat chips, like potato chips
Nah,
at all.
I just
Not
hate
even
all
salt
of
and
it.
vinegar?
Nah, bro. Don't
How
like
come?
it at all. I just don't. I don't know why. I've
That is
never.
weird.
No, we are.
I've never
I don't
liked
like
it.
sauce, like
What?
sauce on
Tomato
chips.
sauce?
Like
No,
nothing.
I can't.
He
Do you have
can't.
tomato sauce on anything?
No.
No.
I put
Like
it
on
on
nothing.
potato.
No,
a
like
weirdo.
no, but he like won't
Yeah.
have it with anything.
Mm.
Like it's just not a part of Jamo's life.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
it is weird.
Yeah,
But-
I've never liked
boycotting it.
chips. so-
yeah. No, because what happened when I was in kindy, right? I noticed this the other day. There's a harmonica. I just had
Just
it.
carry that around.
Nah, have it on the podcast. Nah, something.
Fuck.
I pull it.
He just pulls who pulls out a harmonica? Jeez, you're right. There's not a lot to do
Oh
here, is there?
fuck!
Yeah, have it on the show sometimes. I don't know why, but
Pulls it out at your show on Saturday.
Just in
You'll
case
be
there's like a
"Oh,
lull in the podcast. We have a lull horn on ours.
oh really?
If we hit a lull, we just
You
open a
start
drawer
banging.
and,
okay.
and then hit a horn to reset the
Are
momentum.
there a lot of
Yeah.
lulls, or are you guys keeping
Heaps.
it?
We're very boring.
No, when I was in kindy, we'd just get force fed polonian sauce, like polonian tomato sauce. Like I'm talking every day.
Oh yeah, that
So
will put you off.
yeah, so if I had that every day for the year, I'm sort of a bit like I don't really want it again. And then since then, I've had a sort of a taste bud fear.
Yeah, right.
Why not shapes? Just not for you.
They're alright. People just like again. People rave.
Yeah,
about
people-
it.
they're
Dude,
over- I
so
agree, they're
good. And I'm just like,
overrated.
yeah, I've had one. My mouth was like, that's okay.
They're a
But
good
I'm
snack.
fussy. I'm a fussy eater.
So am I,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I just drop one last bomb on you
Yep.
before
Yeah.
we wrap up? and this is no one's going to check me out after this, and I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I'm digging my own grave. Never seen an episode of The Simpsons.
Wow.
Wow,
That is
okay.
crazy.
That's
That's
wild.
that is wild.
wild.
Not one ep. Why? What happened at your childhood?
I don't think I was allowed to watch it early on. I was one of
Okay.
those kids.
Okay. Protected parents?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit like that. More just like my parents just thought it was junk.
Just-
Which I guess
Were
they're
you
not
allowed?
wrong.
What were you allowed to watch?
But I was allowed to watch
certain
other
things?
stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Really strange to draw the line at the 6
Yeah.
p.m. time
Yeah.
slot. I think. But
Never watched The
There was a
Simpsons.
bit
How
of
old
that,
are you?
how old am I now?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
25.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
like
you're not
all
that
my
much older than
friends
us. Yeah.
watched it.
Okay.
And then I feel like it was anything. It was weirder from my generation to not watch it.
Yeah.
Even the generation before me, even a few years before me, it's even weirder. But and then I got to like 10 or 12, I guess, and I don't know.
You just
Because I'd
never-
never
okay.
seen it, I wasn't interested. And then when I got to high school, I only realized it was weird when everyone was talking about it.
And you just didn't
Right.
know what was
'Cause
happening.
everyone always goes, it's like that episode.
Mm.
I don't know.
So
dude.
what were you watching as a kid? Do you remember?
I don't know. I used to spend a lot of time outside. I was
Okay.
like a
Okay.
weirdo that made cubbies and rode
Oh, well,
bikes.
that's good, though.
I guess it's good. Like, I guess I have better memories of my childhood.
Yeah.
And I didn't really grow up with like a console playing video games either. Like, I was a
Okay.
bit of a weirdo.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, me and my brother just
Yeah.
used to go
Yeah.
out and make houses and
Okay.
shit in the
Maybe your
backyard.
parents thought you'd be like carpenters or builders or something.
Yeah, maybe. And then I just really like hit that shit hard, like in my teenage years.
Yeah.
Like I remember during English in Romeo and Juliet,
Mm.
I didn't read any of it, but I did beat Pokemon Fire Red on the Game Boy
Oh, so it caught you,
emulator.
you caught up later.
I guess, yeah, but
Okay.
on literally on 2 times speed, you know, on the
Yeah.
emulators, I had to catch up quickly because I'm like,
Okay.
all right, I need to catch up on all the Pokemons. I did dive into
You need to
like,
culturally catch up a bit.
pop culture a bit
Yeah.
during my teen
Yeah.
years, but I feel like I'm all caught up now.
Okay.
You know,
That's good.
except for The Simpsons, I never caught up. on
Wow. Do you have an urge to watch one? See, it's not going to hit the same.
No, because I don't have. People then go, all right, we'll watch this episode, and they sit there howling, laughing at it.
I
I'm
found that like I had never
nostalgia.
seen The Lord of the Rings, right? And I tried to watch them now.
Yeah.
And they were all right, but it didn't hit as much for me as when I talked to people who watched it when they were younger.
Yeah.
I feel like because it holds a special place that I just can't relate
Right.
to that.
When Legolas goes down the staircase shooting people,
See,
I've never
for-
seen anything better.
For
as
me,
a
it just does
14-year-old.
because it doesn't hit. You know, I'm
course.
just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I need to get through the Star Wars as well.
I
I've only
don't-
seen a few of them.
Yeah, they're my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not going to hit because I'm older now, starting them up.
it's
Mm.
honestly, if you watched Attack of the Clones now and enjoyed it, I'd be shocked.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it's one of those things where there's a few of them that still rip. Like Revenge of the Sith is just a great.
That's
movie.
what Lockie does say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phantom of Menace and stuff like the prequels,
Like the 70s, 80s ones.
Oh no, the 80s ones are good. But
Oh, you mean like
again,
the 2000s?
the 2000s ones are
Yeah.
some of them are
Do
horrific.
you like the
Yeah.
new ones? The new.
The third one was so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard.
Shit.
Disappointing, like for you
Yeah,
as a
it's
fan.
like it was so annoying that like they're the biggest company in the world, Disney, and they bought the rights to it and then
Just
treated
make
it with
shit,
such
yeah.
disrespect. Like
Yeah.
they didn't even have a plan. They were like, let's do a trilogy, but they didn't write it before they released the
Yeah.
first one.
Okay.
They were like doing one at a time, and you could tell they were kind of making it up as they
individual
went.
movies, not a trilogy.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna do movies that follow on from each other,
Yeah.
like
They got to make
work
sense.
out what the story arc's gonna be. You weirdos.
I feel like you'd really get along with our mate Lockie, the dumb one with the 38R.
That's so.
You know why
though?
though? You know why?
It's like, mate, you
You can teach him all about North
Fuck
Korea.
our dumb mate, dude. You guys have a
Nah, he's actually
similar-
not that
Because-
dumb.
No, he's not that. He's not dumb. He's not. He tried ATAR,
Yeah, he works in an accounting office now with his dad, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
That's good.
but
Numbers, man.
he loves Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
and Lord of the Rings, like
Yeah.
his favorite.
I do like shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you two would get
I
along
like
on
Back
that
to the
front.
Future and stuff.
That's a good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
it is a good
Back to the
movie.
Future is good.
So I've never really been big on a lot of sci-fi stuff
Yeah.
personally.
It's just not for everyone. I understand it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not such an incel where I, get angry if people go, I don't like Star Wars.
yeah,
I'm
some
like,
people just lose their mind.
I'm
They're
like-
they can't.
it's like, yeah, dude, it's people fighting with laser swords. Like that's niche. I'm aware. Obviously, it's very popular now, but at the time, like sci-fi was lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool as shit. Like I think fucking Ewoks are the best.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
swing down from trees.
Are you a big Marvel guy?
See, I only watched the Marvel movies during our lockdown in Melbourne
Okay,
and COVID.
yeah.
I'd only ever seen the Avengers and was like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
And I was weirdly a DC man,
Yeah.
but only because I'd ever seen like The Dark Knight. and
Yeah,
stuff.
that is good though. They're good. Yeah.
But yeah, I watched all the Marvel movies in order. I love it.
Okay.
So good. But I was early on. There's podcast footage of me going to town on like when Endgame came out.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're just.
Because I think I was never like trashing the movies. It was
Yeah.
the fandom.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that came out
Yeah,
and how much people
crazy,
were like,
bro.
best fucking
I'm very
They
much
can't
like that
they can't
too.
do a wrong
Yeah.
move. You know what I mean?
But
They
then
just they die for
But
it.
then I got to the end of Avengers and
I've seen the end of it.
they
like,
all came through the portal.
Did that? Did
I
it hit?
almost came in my little pants.
Okay.
I had a little bit of semen running into
Yeah.
my shoe. It was awesome.
Do you wish you saw it in the movies now?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Do you know this
I
is
went and saw Black Widow, so I didn't want to miss out.
this
on
is what
another.
I hate, right? So I used to work at Hoyt's, right? And I worked at Hoyt's when the new trilogy of Star Wars, the first one, came out.
How long were you at Hoyt's for?
A month, and I quit.
Yeah,
50
no,
cent movies there for a month.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
good.
But the problem is, right? You see the end of every movie because you have to stand at the bottom for the last 10 minutes. But what? And this is
You
going
saw
to
the
fans.
end of Endgame like 20 times.
Yeah, and I saw the end of that Star Wars movie, like, you know, a lot. And every single time, right, the whole cinema stands up and applauds. And I'm just like, you guys suck. Like, they think it's such a they think it's such a moment.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
we're
agree.
part of this moment. Like, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, they're dressed up as Jedis, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't identify like cool. Like what you like. You know what? They have a really good argument, and it is a good argument. They're like, all right, well, you guys do the same shit when your sporting team wins.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
why can't
100%.
we enjoy
Yeah,
this?
I see when you're comparing it. Yeah,
Sure, but you can't really follow. Like, it's not the
it's
same.
different.
No.
'Cause it's real people versus.
It's actually like
there's real emotion.
real versus
the only direct comparison is if you're the fucking loser that cheers at WWE because it's scripted. I've hurt some feelings.
When I
Oh
was
my
10.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, we've hurt some feelings here.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that is
Oh,
equivalent
fuck.
because it is live entertainment, but it's
Yeah.
also scripted
It
live
is, yeah.
entertainment. So it's not really the same thing as being
Yeah.
a fan of a movie franchise as a sport team.
Yeah.
Because the live aspect, the
Yeah.
ongoing weekly, you know, who's injured.
Yeah.
Are you big on your sports? You,
AFL, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
go from Melbourne. You said.
Yeah. Go for
Having a
the
good
Ds.
year?
Very good
They
year.
are. We had Trent Rivers on our
Rivers.
show.
Oh,
we
hell
know
yeah.
him because one of our mates, Mitch, played junior footy
Freo.
with him and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Everyone
he's a good bloke.
knows like one footy player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's a given.
It's an Australian rite of passage.
Yeah.
where,
Yeah,
like,
to have one mate who's in the AFL.
Well, there's so many players in the AFL that we have a segment on Luke and Lewis called Celeb Spots.
Okay.
And the only thing we've banned is Australian sporting personalities because there's too many of them.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I saw like Billy Slater at this place.
Oh,
Like,
so
I saw
people-
Selwood.
People talk like message you and
Yeah,
say, I
so-
saw so and so.
So what it is like if you see a celebrity in the wild, can't be at an airport, can't be at an event where you know the celebrity is. We're
Yeah.
talking like walking down the
Yeah.
street. I was at Hoyt's and I saw.
Yeah,
like,
you do see we see lots of footy players at the shops.
But
and
if you
stuff.
say like Kathy Freeman clapping at the end of Star Wars, that's a great
Yeah.
celeb spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But it's just one of those things where the more niche the area, the more points we give.
Okay.
And the
What's
more,
one of the good ones? Is there one that sticks?
the one that like the best one ever we've got? I don't know why we worship it so much because it's not that good.
But
We
you just
think
love
it's-
it.
There's a few good ones. We love. There's two ends. There's really really famous people, but we also have a soft spot if people see like Tim Maddox somewhere.
Oh, like D-list celebrities. Like
We also get excited when we get a good D-lister. But one of the best ones ever we got was Adam Sandler needed someone to pass toilet paper under...
that's
no,
cool.
no, sorry. Adam Sandler passed toilet paper under
Is
a
this for
cubicle
real?
to some guy in like 2004.
Wow.
And we still don't know if the story is true,
But you'll
I
cling
like
on to
the
it.
nicheness
but
of
it's
it.
too weird to make up.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I like
it
that.
makes Adam Sandler a good bloke.
Yeah.
Pass him to
He
Dunny.
would be a good bloke
He would be.
too.
He'd be the type
You know
of guy
he'd be a good
who'd
bloke.
Pass some Dunny roll underneath if you needed it.
That's
Wow.
But that one was just a good one because it was so weird and it made Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
There's a few good ones with Warney, but there's a lot of just like a lot of Shane Wall ones
Okay.
coming. That man's out.
Hey,
and
but
about.
he would get out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't even have like celebrities in Perth, so if you take away sports
A
stars,
lot of
there's-
these are actually international listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whenever we get ones from Australians, that's why we had to ban sporting people.
because that's all it is.
for the
Ours would
love
be
of
like I
God.
saw Nat Fife or something
Yeah.
or Nick Nat Nui.
Yeah, but it's like I also went to high school with a bunch of footy players. I went
Yeah.
to a big high school. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Melbourne's like I reckon 3 or 4 dudes who were in high school when I went there in a couple of years either side of me or my year were like ended
you
up
call in,
playing.
you're like, I went to high school with. Just
Yeah.
name drop.
Dude, like half of them play for Gold Coast.
All right, the card just cut out, so
We're back.
we'll continue.
But yeah. So, do you know what we do need right now? What you said, the little
The
Oh,
lull
love
horn. Yeah, we've hit
so
a lull.
the lull horn.
Oh, mate, lull harmonica. Get it. Oh, thank
The
God.
lull
See how it
harmonica.
just resets the energy in
It
the room?
does. It does.
And
That's
even for
fair.
the listeners, they go, okay, bit of a lull.
Back up.
Back
Okay.
Good.
I like it.
Oh no, we've hit it again. Do another lull. Fuck. Maybe we just wrap it up. Fucking hell.
We were going on a good roll
We
as
were,
well.
we were.
Trashing Gold Coast, saying that who cares about
Yeah.
him. Like,
Oh.
it's been good.
It has been a good show. We've
Mate,
been
thanks
very-
so much for having me.
Thanks for
for
making your
coming
way
on.
out
It's
here.
good to be back in Perth. I love it.
Come all the
here.
way to Perth, and you come out to here in the middle of nowhere, kind
Yeah,
of.
I was a little nervous when you like
Yeah?
sent me the address and I was driving
Yeah.
out and I was like, have I put in the right address?
How
I s-
far was it? Like 30-minute drive.
Yeah, it was only like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Were you Airbnb-ing it, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to stay at a bunch of different places because like it's so hard to get accommodation
Oh really?
for like
Oh,
a
okay.
week. So we just
Okay,
like.
right.
Are you
float
here for a
between-
week?
I don't know how long I'm gonna be.
So
here for.
what's the plan for today? You're going to Bunbury, right? Oh no,
I'll
today's
go
Thursday.
to Bunbury tomorrow. I'm just like I gotta do my own podcast later today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like work. I don't know. That's the thing. People think it's a holiday. Like
Yeah.
traveling around. It's not really. I just like go and do work usually.
Yeah.
And then Bunbury tomorrow, and then Perth on the weekend. But I'm freaking out about COVID because
Mm.
you had like one.
I think we'll be okay.
Close.
We had
I think
one.
we'll be okay.
Yeah,
But
your,
it was
your
like a-
government gets like
Yeah,
one
we're
case
like-
and just like locked
But wasn't
down.
it like that he test? It was like a week positive, and then he tested
Yes.
negative. So
Yeah.
I think you'll be alright.
And his girlfriend didn't get it, and his best mates didn't
I've
get
just
it.
gone to too many lengths and spent too much money to
Yeah.
be here. Like I think I've spent
Yeah.
like $6,000 getting here.
Yeah.
Because I've had to do quarantine in Darwin,
It's been
and then
full on.
like the flights to Darwin are expensive. Then the flights from Darwin here are expensive.
Yeah, it is very
Then
expensive.
a week of accommodation, 2.5 weeks in Darwin. It's like
You should be alright. It was
if
actually.
it gets cancelled, I'll just be like devastated.
It was funny. The bloke, so he's a FIFO worker, and they showed where he went, and it was the most FIFO thing ever.
Yeah.
Like he comes home, he went to like the Vic Park pub, and then he was
Yeah.
at the the Indian Ocean Hotel
Yeah.
for a Sunday sesh, and I was
In
like,
Scarborough?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
like-
love looking at the exposure sites, and you can just absolutely get a picture of what kind of person
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%
has been wandering around.
Yeah,
The
It's
Melbourne
always
ones are
good.
great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we had a bloke like just go to like 10 barbecues galore in one day, and at the time everyone thought like, mate, this bloke really wanted a
Yeah.
cheap barbecue.
Oh, fuck.
Turns out he was like working for them.
Oh.
But at the time everyone was like,
Why'd you
"Geez,
keep
what-
going?
Did they not have anything in stock?"
Does Melbourne? Do you guys? So like obviously over here, Mark McGowan's like our premier is a cult figure now. Like
Yeah.
basically I think he won the election with nearly.
Landslide.
It was
the
like
biggest ever.
94%
People
of
like
votes.
him.
No,
Love
like
him.
he's like our hero.
Like, genuinely,
Yeah, right.
people
Like
love
he
him.
won the election by like the biggest margin
see, no one
ever.
likes-
Do people like your? Is it Dan Andrews?
I mean, I think Dan's doing a good job, but
Yeah.
people, because we were locked down for so long,
Yeah.
there's two arguments, and you understand both arguments. There's the people who are like mental health, more people have
Yeah.
been dying of suicide, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
than COVID. But then you look at like what happens when COVID gets out of hand, and now they got like young people dying in
Like in
Sydney,
Sydney,
like a guy
yeah.
in his 20s died yesterday.
Yeah.
So people are so conflicted, and everyone just gets angry at everyone,
Yeah.
and nothing
Man,
gets
the
solved. The battery got done again.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
definitely we're running on fumes
that's
now. So
But yeah, no, people. I think a lot of people do like and respect Dan Andrews. Dude, it's such a shitty call to make.
Yeah.
You know who's just like a moron though? The Gladys lady. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
New South Wales one. Shit, they full on fucked that situation
Yeah.
completely. And if you disagree with that, then that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like people,
Mhm.
you're so in the wrong that do you just convince yourself you're right? Like how can you be
Yeah,
on
how
her
can
side?
you look at how they've handled that situation?
Just doesn't make
and
any
even
sense.
just the general like liberal government and the way the vaccine rollout and stuff like that.
yeah,
It's just like if you could look at that and compare to other countries and
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah.
think how we've gone, it's objectively not that
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't really like to. I had never talk about
Yeah,
this
we
shit.
barely talk about like
'Cause I'm
Yeah,
just
we
like-
keep
political or
politics
anything.
out
Well,
of
yeah,
it.
what's
Yeah.
the point? Because nothing gets achieved.
No matter what you say, like half the people are gonna
Yeah.
hate you.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if you're making the most valid,
Yeah, you
same
can't
point,
win
like it
either
doesn't
way.
matter.
People just get angry. I avoid talking about politics because it's
Yeah.
just like nothing gets solved
100%.
by three white dudes giving their
You
take
you
on
get
a
you're
podcast.
discredited because you're white guys on a podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, you could
And also, as we should.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even read the news, dude. Like,
Who does, bro?
I've probably said something like already that people are like, actually.
Yeah.
we are the news these days. People don't read the news and listen to us,
Yeah.
which is sad.
That's
as
why
well.
everyone's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. They listen to us.
I had a quick one. Before you were doing like comedy and stuff, what was like your work? Like, what's the last job?
I've never like had a real job.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So I started comedy when I was like 19.
yeah.
And I had like jobs.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I worked for 6 years when I was 15 to like 21 at a
That's a good run.
at a golf course.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a real job though, because
Like
I was the
casual.
guy who drove around the golf cart on the
Okay.
driving range picking
Oh.
up the balls.
That's a bit fun.
That's like the funnest job ever. That's like the job every teenager
Yeah.
dreams of. And I just used to listen to podcasts and
Okay.
and
There you go.
I did a bit of like furniture removal back in the day, but nothing hard. And then we got a job on radio,
Yeah.
and I quit
Yeah.
everything. And then
been
radio
going
was for like
since
2
then.
years, and
Mhm.
that got me through to the point where I was making enough money off touring and
Yeah.
whatnot. And it was a bit of a struggle. Like when we quit radio, we were like, oh shit, this needs to work out. But the comedy festival and stuff
Yeah.
really helps. And I've been very fortunate that, it's kind of gone well.
Yeah.
It's
So
good.
I've never
All
had
works
to
out.
really worry about it. But yeah, people think it's funny when people think like, because you're big online, that you like must have a lot of
Like a
money.
millionaire.
That's-
Yeah.
we
Not
get that all the
case at
time.
all.
We're poor as fuck. We walk out, we go to the nightclubs, and people come up to us and will be like, "Oh, you must make so much money
Nah.
from TikTok."
Not
You
at
don't
all,
make
mate.
anything.
Nothing.
How do they think? Oh, you know what? They're actually in the right for thinking that you'd.
You
make
would
money
think-
because YouTube
yeah.
do for the same amount of
Yeah.
views.
Yeah, you would think, but
TikTok's just trash.
yeah,
In
and
terms of
doesn't pay you,
100%.
yet they still monetize their ad.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
platform.
Just using
rude.
us.
It is. It's disrespectful.
It actually is,
It is.
because you're drawing people into that.
Yeah.
You're also keeping people on.
They
it.
pay people in other countries. Other creators get like
Yeah.
a based on like the
Creative fund and
CPM type
stuff.
shit. But
yeah.
But we're late for everything. Like even Facebook, when Facebook died, they brought in monetization.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have also been a millionaire back in the day.
Yeah.
if it had been monetized, because I was getting like millions of views on
Yeah.
Facebook, and then Facebook died. You know how shit that is? I just have like 300k followers on Facebook.
oh
for
really?
No reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
And no one goes on that platform
Nah.
anymore.
you're just like fuck.
Yeah, that's how long I've been doing this for. Like I was
You went
cool
through the
on
Facebook.
Yeah.
That is.
I'm like washed up at this point. I feel like
At least
TikTok.
no, TikTok's come around.
TikTok is. I feel like is now my. People are just hearing of me now, but they're
Yeah.
like, man, like this guy's great. I've heard people going like, man, like you must be really new to all
Yeah.
this, and I'm like,
You're like,
no,
I was
dude,
cool on Facebook,
Been
bro.
eating shit. Your mum likes me.
I was at work last night, and I work at like warehouse, right? And I was doing my job, and there was a girl next to me, and she was asking about the podcast, and I said that, oh, we have a guest on tomorrow. She said, who is it? I said, Luke Kidgell. She's going to your show Saturday night.
Oh, great.
Her name's Kat, so shout out
Hell
to
yeah.
Kat.
Well, hope she's enjoyed.
Yeah, and we'll be there tomorrow night watching you. No, Saturday night.
Saturday
sorry.
night,
yeah.
We normally
I'm
record on
excited.
Fridays. Yeah, very excited.
Yeah, be good. I've never done a show that big, so
How many people?
I mean, it's in 1,000-seater.
Ooh.
I've sold about like 900.
Oh,
But I don't know
shit.
if it's gonna sell
Okay.
out, but I mean, I'm stoked with that. I've never done a show like over like 450 people.
Wow.
So
Are you nervous at
Exciting.
all? Or you,
I don't know. I'm not nervous yet, but maybe like when I walk out and see 1,000 people
Yeah.
looking at me, only because they're there for me. Like, say if
Yeah.
I just have to do 10 minutes, like at the
Yeah, but it's
at
your
the
show.
gala, like a
yeah.
random thing, whatever. I'd be like, nah, whatever. Because if anything, you can't fail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Even if 300 people laugh, like that's like 30%.
Yeah.
But no, I love doing shows. So I do so many shows at this point that like, no, not really. I used to though, get nervous
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Back when
Beautiful.
I started, it's terrifying.
We can't wait. We're sure you do well, mate. And
mate,
it was
thanks-
a pleasure.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
all this
having me
way.
Cheers.
We
Much
do
appreciated,
appreciate it.
boys.
Thank you,
And
mate.
you guys are crushing it. So just keep going. It's
Cheers.
so good.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's why I
It's a
wanted to come
journey.
on. I was like, dude, you guys are popping off. It's a bloody honor.
It's a long journey.
Beautiful.
It's an honor.
Cheers, mate. It was a good one. Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy your week.